What's going on, Snow Squad? It's your boy Snow, and we are back again here on All-Star Tower Defense. And man, look at my shoulder. I got whiz. On this video, guys, I'm going to teach you how to solo BEERUS, which is the trial for level 25 plus, because I'm pretty sure, guys, that many of you cannot find a decent team to beat BEERUS. And for those who already have gotten it, well, good for you guys. But for those who haven't, well, this video is definitely for you. And I hope that this video will help. But before anything else, you already know the drill. Just freeze that thumbs up button right now because, well, it's raining so hard, so it's really cold, and I hope that that thumbs up button will be frozen the entire video. But anyway, without further ado, let's now jump into it. The roster that I use to solo trials is not that OP, and you see, the only 5-star that's on my roster right now would be Pain. Uryu and Dio would be our main anti-air units, and Kid Naruto would be our main burst DPS. Pain would be our AoE damage, and Nomu, which maybe you guys are scratching your head right now, would say he's trash, but he would be part of our roster, and later on I would explain why. If you've already tried finishing the trials, you should have already known that the main problem when finishing the trials is, of course, BEERUS HP. He's so tanky, and also those tanky air units. Let me explain first our roster. Keep in mind, guys, that you do not really have to have every single one of these characters for this strategy to be successful. You can just try to use whatever you have that would do the same job. The whole idea of this strategy is for you to clear all ground troops as fast as you can, so all the Kid Naruto spawns will go straight to BEERUS as early as they can. If you have Eren, which is of course much better compared to Kid Naruto, this strategy would be a lot easier. But since I do not have that, and I assume that most of you guys do not have, Kid Naruto is a lot easier to use, so we're going to use Kid Naruto. We're also using Nomu as our cheap unit to deal with early waves. A lot of you guys might think that those mobs from story mode are trash, you know, those kind of characters that you're getting for every single story mode finish, those kind of thing. Most of you are thinking that they are trash, but trust me, guys, some of them are good. No cap. I call no cap. They're good because they have 1 second attack cooldown with a decent damage. So that makes them good on just literally having a backup DPS. Having this kind of unit would also allow you to not only have faster clear on early waves, but also to avoid those unnecessary little damage that you have to endure because you do not have anything to stop some of those early mobs. I mean, sometimes we just wanted to neglect some of those early mobs because, well, it's not really gonna damage the base that much because of their HP, but since BEERUS can actually reflect damage and do damage without touching our base, every single HP of our base would be really important. We also got Pain here as our frontliner because he has an AoE attack with a very good damage. If you also use Pain, take note that having Pain only at upgrade number 3 is the best because maxing him would make him attack slower. Actually, it's only 1 second slower, but yeah, that's just not worth it. For just a little bit of additional damage, I'm just gonna put it on upgrade 3. It would help me to have more cash, but yeah, I mean, the damage is already enough anyway. And this is a very good example, guys, why you should really know your units and not just maxing them out all the time. Since I do not have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I would use Dio and Uryu to be my main anti-air units. Having this said, you have to make sure that your frontliners, which is gonna be, of course, that's Pain, and also a little bit of Nomu, should be able to kill those ground units as fast as you can so that our anti-air units will only focus on their air troops. Dio is a good anti-air unit since he does have that bleeding effect and you only need 375 cash to spawn him. Uryu, on the other hand, is one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best small anti-air unit on this game. His damage is not really that high, at least on the numbers, but he attacks every second, which makes him very good for a single spam unit. When I say single spam unit, these are the units that you were just putting but not upgrading them. You only need 350 cash to summon Uryu, which makes it really possible for us to have more units than just putting more Dios at once. Kid Naruto would be our main damage dealer for the boss. My kid Naruto is currently at level 30 plus, and at max, he got like 1.1k damage for every spawn. After trying this strategy for a couple of times, I found out that I just need 6 out of 8 kid Narutos to be max to have just enough DPS to kill BEERUS before he reached our base. However, this would only be possible if the frontliner would be able to clear those mobs fast, and that's why I put 2 pains in front to have a good primary AoE damage. By the way, AoE means attack on enemy. It's kind of like a splash damage that can damage multiple target. Take note on how I'm putting my units as well, because utilizing their range is very important for you to fully utilize their overall DPS. You also have to have your AoE units down as fast as possible to make the run faster, and also for you not to have any issue on your ground troops. Once you can already see that you got a good AoE damage in front, you can now start putting your kid Narutos. Knowing where to spend your cash and also which unit you would spend it is very important, especially when you are soloing. Once those primary troops are already in place, basically the next thing that you have to do is just to be ready for BEERUS. My problem with this strategy is the air units, because I do not really have any AoE anti-air units, as I've said earlier, so I really have to shuffle my troops along the way. And keep in mind, guys, that BEERUS can stun your units, so do not just put everything at once, otherwise you would not have enough time to kill those pesky air units. Alright guys, take note their arrangement on the very first corner here on this map. As you guys can see, the air units will be at the back, and that's the reason why all of these primary anti-air units are actually targeting the last. Their priority was set to last so that they will only target air, and this is also one of the reasons why you have to make sure that you are not putting everything on the line, because BEERUS can literally stun them, and that would be really bad because we're just using more units. It's kind of like strength in numbers. As you guys can see, I'm just literally now watching the air units because I do not have any problem on BEERUS anymore. My kid Naruto's would be able to kill him later on, and there are still 4 anti-air units, 4 air units here. So it's now 3, and each of them have like 800 or maybe 1,000, I'm not sure. But yeah, their HP is really bad, and he did that, and it was really a perfect timing because our anti-air units already have attacked those air units, so all I need to do now is just to sell them and recycle or reshuffle them here on the other side. Of course, you have to be calm and doing so, because if you will panic, definitely you will lose time, because of the new update, you can only spam like 8 units at a time. So that is the reason why you need to sell. I'm selling them. I'm selling it not really only for the money, but I'm selling them because the game would not allow you. And as you guys can see, I'm a little bit slow here because of my mouse sensitivity, but yeah, I do not have any cash, or a lot of cash anyway. And the air units are almost dead at this point. So I already know that I have a very good shot. But the problem is this is gonna be the final corner for our air units or anti-air units to kill this 2 pesky air units that they have. So that's the reason why I am putting like as many Dio as I can, because Dio has kind of like that bleeding effect. And there you go. Look at the boss HP, 7,000, 7.2k, but I'm already confident at this point because I know that each of my Naruto will basically have 1,000. So look at that. Our base HP is still at 81, even though he will be able to do so. And yeah, 4 more kid Narutos would be enough to clear and kill BEERUS. Okay, 1 more. And there you go. Whiz! Alright. So yeah, that's the whole strategy, guys, on how to solo this. Of course, the strategy also took me a couple of tries just for me to know how to exploit those weaknesses, and also for me to know the magic ratio of the gold and also the damage that I need to kill BEERUS, because BEERUS is really a tanky mob. But anyway, guys, I hope that this video helped you a lot, and if it does help, make sure that you will like the video and of course subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again on the next one. Stay cold. Peace out.